Over the last few years, Skullcandy has been taking some major strides when it came to their bass head headphones, which really do deliver bone-rattling bass. Now, personally, I am not the biggest fan of the original Skullcandy Crushers because they aren't big head approved, and the bass on those headphones just sounds like there's somebody just flicking a rubber band next to your ear. But then we saw some major improvements with the Skullcandy Crusher 360s. They have way better build quality, better fit, and most importantly, they had way better bass. Then, a year later, we got the Skullcandy Crusher ANCs, which added active noise cancellation and an ambient mode to these headphones. And now, we've got the Skullcandy Crusher Evos, which I feel has better build quality than the more premium Skullcandy Crusher ANCs, but at a more affordable price cables. Now, Skullcandy has always outdone themselves when it came to carrying pouches. But just for comparison's sake, the entry-level Skullcandy venues come included with a hard shell carrying case. Now, personally, I think Skullcandy went with a carrying case amazing. It's soft and supple, but then there's also a slight grain to it. So, I gotta say, build quality-wise, these are the best built headphones Skullcandy has ever made. And I also feel these headphones have better build quality than the more premium-priced Skullcandy Crusher ANCs. But when it comes to fit, these headphones are the Surface headphones too. But these headphones do have a few things going against them when it comes to comfort, first of which is their weight. These headphones weigh in at 310, a decent amount of padding underneath their headband, but I've noticed that at the 1 hour mark, this headband does develop a hot spot on the top of your head. You can muscle through it, but at the 1.5 hour mark, that's when I just start shifting this headband back and forth a lot, or I'll just have to take these headphones off and take a 5-minute break. And then there's the ear pads on these headphones. Even though these ear pads are deep, they aren't super spacious. So my average size ears do feel. Now, even though these aren't the best fitting headphones out there, you can definitely wear these battery life of 40 hours, but that really is dependent on how high you have the bass slider on these headphones set. More bass means less battery life, and less bass means more min for 10 minutes from a dead battery. They're gonna get you 4 hours of battery life. Now, one device at a time. So you can't easily hot swap from one device to another, which could be a big deal for power users. Now, ultimately, it's not a big deal if your headphones have simultaneous. But now let's talk about listening to music with these headphones. Now, these headphones are all about bass. The Crusher Evo will literally rattle your skull, you will see double, and it's like having explosions going off on your head. The bass on these headphones is like nothing else on the market. Now, these headphones have your standard 40mm drivers like most other headphones do that handles all of the sound. But what makes these headphones special is that they have a separate vibrating motor in them that handles all of the head rattling bass. So when it comes to sound quality, the head are mostly all about bass and vocals. If you got the bass turned up even a little bit on these headphones, you're not really going to hear all that much detail in the mids and highs, mainly because you're going to be distracted. These headphones are all about pure dumb fun. Now, out of the box, these headphones do have a bass-heavy stock EQ even with their bass slider set to off, which is expected for Skullcandy products. But these headphones do have a few other EQ settings to choose from. Now, the music EQ has that bass-heavy sound signature to it that I just mentioned, but personally, I prefer to listen to music with these headphones while in their movie EQ, because in their movie EQ, the mids and highs are turned up a little bit. So when you listen to music with these headphones with their movie EQ, you can hear the vocals better over all of that head-rattling bass. But then there's the podcast EQ, which completely turns off the bass to their movie EQ, because when you're going to listen to music with them, you can hear the vocals better over all of that bass. And if you're going to listen to a podcast, then you could just slide the bass slider all the way down. These headphones also have personalized sound where you go through a hearing test and they'll give you an optimized EQ that's specific to you. Personally, I'm not a fan when headphones off, and I just use these headphones while in their movie EQ, and I like to keep the bass slider on these headphones a little below halfway. But nonetheless, I can't stress enough that these out there in this price range that have active noise cancellation and or an ambient mode, making them more versatile and the better long-term investment. However, headphones rather than tile support. And when it comes to the microphone on these headphones for phone calls, it's not the best. First off, this microphone is not doing all that good of a job blocking out ambient noise like this AC unit I've got here. You can clearly hear it in the background. And even if you were to take phone calls with these headphones, to use. The bass on these headphones is like nothing else out there, and build quality wise, come included with a high quality carrying pouch. But I wouldn't recommend that you get these headphones as your daily drivers. Fit-wise, these headphones are good for like an hour because the Crusher Evo is your Sunday sports car that after you're done driving, your back is but you're okay with it because you were grinning the whole time you were behind the wheel. And come